Test Kitchen.
Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I am good.
We're back downtown.
We are downtown Youngstown, which is open for business, in case you haven't heard.
Yes, and you can get to us.
Yes.
It's easy to get to us here at Bistro 1907.
It really
And we
is.
have 367 parking spots. So parking is probably never an issue here, unless it's the big night of one of the concerts that Eric's having over at the
we like it
over
when
by
it's
Cavelli.
busy, but Father's Day is coming up. You're one of the best I know, so happy
thank you.
almost
Thank
Father's
you.
Day to you.
It is. Happy Father's Day to you too, Freddie.
Yeah, and Freddie.
And Freddie.
And Freddie, happy Father's Day, Freddie.
Oh, and where's Mike Case at? And my
Happy
kids.
Father's Day to Michael, too. He's one of the best there ever is.
All the fathers out there.
Right. We've got some good ones on our team, that's for sure. But that is why we've got this big, giant piece of meat.
Well, we do. And I wanted to do
what it
something I'm 47.5% Italian.
I was going to say I'm 47 years old. I was like,
I wish I was still 47,
right,
58. But so I wanted to do something Italian, my Italian roots, my Italian heritage. So in Italy, they're crazy about Bistecca Alla Fiorentina, is what it's called.
I see it on menus and I don't know how to say it. So
Bistecca Alla
Fiorentina.
Yes, Bistecca it's actually an English term. It comes from England, so it means big steak.
Big steak.
It means big steak. And it kind of happened in Florence around 1565. So it's been out there for a long time, they've been eating, and it was made for some princess for her wedding.
Oh.
But they used the whole cow.
Okay.
So that was a really big bistecca.
So this one is just bigger than normal.
It's bigger than normal. It's a 48 ounce. You can see it's about 2 inches thick. And this is for when you really want to celebrate something special. I know during some of these harder economic times and grocery bills through the roof and how expensive meat prices are, if you wanted to substitute out, like me at home, if you cook me a cheeseburger, I'm fine for Father's Day. If you wanted to substitute out a filet mignon, or you wanted to substitute out a top sirloin steak or a round steak or something like that, you just have to watch some of those muscles and how you cook them. You want to cook them not quite as much so they stay tender.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
so you don't want to cook them as much. And in Italy, this bistecca, they actually cook like Hannibal Lecter rare.
Super duper rare.
Super duper rare. It's basically charred on the outside. And it's super, super rare. And there's a crazy man up there named Dario who is the king of the bistecca. And if you ever watch him on YouTube or anything, he's got the hugest personality, and he is the king of the bistecca. So what we're just going to do simply with a piece of meat like that, you don't need much.
Dad back there.
That's Uncle Bro. So we're just going to put a little EVOO on there, a little extra virgin. And you really have to heavily salt this because it's so thick. And so dense. So I have some great sea salt here. And you know me, my Italian descent, but my heart's in Mexico. This comes from Merida in Mexico on a salt lake, actually. And it just got the most minerally beautiful, clean, almost a little bit of a citrus flavor. But look at how much salt I'm putting on there, just because of the fact you need this much salt. Now in Italy, when you get bistecca, this is all they season the meat with, olive oil and salt. Here in America, or even myself personally, I always like a little fresh ground pepper.
You gotta wake it up a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta wake it up a little bit.
Meat.
And I love Telecherry peppercorns. They're bright, they have great flavor. So that, or if you want to use my brother's Papa's Rubs, the coffee rub on this is just fantastic as well.
You guys use that here at the restaurant.
We do. We use it on
different things.
burgers, steaks, everything. We use it on a lot of things, and it's really a great rub. And it's very low in sodium, which he needs to promote. Which you get a lot of commercial rubs, and their first ingredient is salt.
That's the first thing. It's what they think should give it the flavor, because
salt does give it flavor, but it doesn't need that much sodium. Anything commercialized, all the processed food we have here in America, if you look at the salt factor in any of them, it's super, super high. Me personally, I like to control the salt in my food that I eat.
Well, this is looking absolutely beautiful. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to put this.
We're going to go back to the grill. Now we don't have a wood-fired grill here at Bistro because we only had 14.5 feet in between these two pillars for my kitchen. So we're going to improvise, and we're going to put some logs that are on fire around it, and probably a little bit of rosemary to catch fire next to it.
Good.
Yeah.
From our Ohio woodburner friend?
From our Ohio woodburner friend.
Oh, well, there you go. We know him. We'll be right back.
Yes, we do.
We have such a legacy, created such a legacy here in the Valley, and we're very well respected by numerous manufacturers in the industry. We're a leader in our industry, and I want to continue that. We want to continue that, and we want to take it to the next level. Whatever that level may be, we're ready for it.
So let yourself go to Duca. Let yourself go to Duca.
Here's is the low-cost living anti-inflation department store.
Shop Hills and deliver Liberty, Lincoln Knowles, and Boardman Plaza's Youngstown, and the Ridgeview Plaza in Warren, and the Hills location in Champion, all open 10 till 10 daily.
Taking one cash offer for your home doesn't have to be your only option. I'm Barbara Corcoran, and especially in today's current market, having a local real estate agent who offers great marketing and options that are customized to fit your needs is smart. In Youngstown, the agent I trust is Kelly Warren. Kelly can give you a guarantee to sell your home, instant offer, and the best marketing strategies in the Mahoning Valley. Get the option that's right for you. Go to kellysolda.com.
Look at that. And that's the sound you guys want to hear. Now, as you can see, like I said, typically this is cooked over a wood-fired griddle in Italy. We don't have that, so I kind of improvise, and I got some smoke coming around it from all this beautiful wood from Ohio Wood Burner. Now, to even make that more intense, I'm going to put some rosemary around it so you get some smoke from that rosemary, and I'm going to put some thyme. And all these different herbs right now will help flavor that meat in a very much Italian manner.
It's also really pretty.
Oh, it's very pretty, isn't it?
That's gorgeous.
No, you don't want to cover. You want high heat. Again, in Italy, they just cook this to very, very, very rare. So they just get a really hard sear on one side, then they cook the other side and get a hard sear. And that's really it.
Really not.
So now we're going to give it a flip. You know, see those beautiful sear marks there?
Wow.
Yeah. Now for this side, we'll add a little bit more herbs. Just all you can do to impart some of that rustic flavor into that meat. Now, typically this beef comes from the Chianina cattle in Tuscany. So it's a very, very large cow, and it's very lean, not a lot of fat, but it's got an amazing, amazing flavor to it.
Wow.
Because everything is about longitude and latitude. It's where you are geographically to how things taste. Cuban cigars are from Cuba. Bordeaux wines are from Bordeaux, you know, things like that. Champagne is from Champagne.
It's absolutely gorgeous, Mark.
That is cool, isn't it?
It is very cool. All right, let's take a break and let this thing.
Yeah, and then the biggest thing we're
out.
going to do when we get back is we're going to let it rest, because you never want to cut into a steak or a piece of chicken or a piece of pork after it comes off the oven, because all the juices push out from the exterior to the meat. You want them to cool down and then go back into the meat. So when you cut it, it doesn't bleed out.
So we'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Well, first of all, what did you do with those lemons? Because
I just charred them on the grill, and it just adds a lot of, whether you put this on a cheeseburger or a piece of fish or a piece of lamb or a piece of beef, that charred lemon flavor is a difference maker. I've been doing it for 10, 15 years now.
Well, I gotta ask, because this is the part of the fun of watching the show, is that people get, you know, these special secrets from you.
We have the New York strip right here, and we have the filet right here. And you know, the one thing that God did for us with all animals, he kind of gave us a blueprint for how to cut the meat, because the bones serve as the guide. And we just follow the bone down and cut this off, just like that.
Look.
And don't get rid of this, because that serves as a nice garnish on the steak.
I gotta, like, people are not
Really is a nice garnish on the steak. And plus, if you want to make a pot of soup or you need some soup bones, it's perfect for that. As you can see, you know, this is the big YouTube shot, the big TikTok shot. They stack meat on top of each other, so it's cooked perfectly rare, just like they would in Italy. And now you just want to cut your steak. They cut it pretty thick. I like my steak a little bit thinner when I eat it, so I'm going to cut it a little bit thinner than they do. They cut pretty much half-inch slices, so I'm just cutting it, you know, quarter-inch, maybe a little bit above. We're going to layer that on here. Boom. Now we have that beautiful New York strip.
That is something else, Mark.
And that is Hannibal Lecter style right there.
Wow.
And it's always important to have a really, really sharp blade to cut this.
So is this going to be on the menu at Bistro?
Limited, yeah, it's going to be on, we're not going to put it on the menu, it'll be on feature menu, and it'll be available very limited. But look at that. I'm going to slide this down to you.
Fine. Let me get this out of the way.
And now you can see this beautiful steak. And if you want to, Lauren, go ahead and squeeze.
Go ahead and squeeze, okay.
A little bit of lemon juice on there. I think that's beautiful. And my chef Bobby back there our chef, I hate saying my chef, our chef, made us this beautiful salsa verde. So it's basically capers and garlic and olive oil, a little bit of Fresno chili. It has fresh flat parsley and mint, and Meyer lemons and Meyer lemon juice. And I just like a little bit of that on top because that's just gonna give it some really, really big depth of flavor.
Gorgeous.
I guarantee if you make this for Dad on Father's Day, he's gonna be very happy with you.
Yeah, I would say so, right?
I'd be happy with that, but I'd be happy with a cheeseburger, like I said.
That is something else.
I'm not a
Mark.
golfer, so hopefully my Formula One race is on that day.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I'm just going in.
You're just going in.
I'm just going in.
My mom will yell at me if I don't at least
Ma,
try to use
give her a break.
fork. She'll say, Mark doesn't have forks. I'll say, yes, Mom, he does.
Right out of the bat, you get that big hit of salt.
You don't even need a knife. It just is so good. I'll take this for Mother's Day. This is wonderful.
You don't want salmon, you want steak?
Oh no, I would take this all day, every day. Wait,
Melissa loves filet or a big tomahawk ribeye and king crab legs.
Oh, we can hang out then. We can definitely hang out. Thank you, Mark.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. Happy
Cheers to
Father's
all
Day to all the
dads.
fathers.
Oh, baby.
Take care, be safe, and let your kids and your wife take care of you.
Amen. You too.
I will.
Okay.